Hi, welcome to Erica Makes and Crafts. I'm Erica. Today I am going to be working on Everlasting Love by Jody Bergsma from Captured by Radiance. This is a new to me company. It's the first time I've ever started working on a Captured by Radiance. It's actually my first purchase from Captured by Radiance, and I'm enjoying it so far. I really am. And I'm going to be using my favorite pen from Shimmering Canvases. In my single placer, I've got O Snap Dots from O Snap Crafters Cafe in the scent Jelly Bean. And in my multi-placer from It's So Rachel, Scented Putty in the scent Seashore. And I've got my go-to favorite tray at the moment from Yellow Dog Designs. It was their spring tray. I don't have the cover with me because I very seldom use a cover. And then my release paper is from Bee's Crafty Corner. I pretty much buy all my release paper from Bee's Crafty Corner. And I've got it in there so good. There we go. I was saying this is my first experience working with Captured by Radiance, and I'm really enjoying it. It's hand rendered, which is a nice switch up after working on the Jaded Gem Shop computer charted kit. I loved that kit. My post review went up. I just completed Art Nouveau. And I loved that kit. That was a wonderful experience. But with the nature of computer charting and all of that, it did take me a while to complete, and this just feels like a breeze in comparison. This is 70 by 48 centimeters, and it's wider than it is long, so it is 70 by 48 centimeters. I am working on this one sideways. This is the swan right here, and this is the water that the swan is in. I'd show you the sticker sheet, but I kit this up at my mom's house and the sticker sheet disappeared. I'm pretty sure it accidentally got thrown away, but I'm sure it's my fault, so I'm not mad at anybody. I just don't have the sticker to show you, unfortunately. But like I said, I'm sure it's my fault. I kitted up at my mom's house and I didn't add it to the pile of things to bring back, so I'm sure it was misplaced as trash. But that's okay. I don't need the sticker sheet anymore. I got the stickers for kitting up. It just means I don't have the artwork. But I got this kit to work on. I am someone who likes to do in-memory pieces. And so I got this to work on in memory of a friend who passed away earlier this summer. And I am enjoying this kit a lot. She loved the lake and she loved water birds. She had a camp on a lake and she loved water birds, and these swans made me think of her, so yeah, that's the meaning behind it for me. And I decided to get a Jody Bergsma kit because my my friend Lori is working on her Jody Bergsma kit. And if I think to do it, I will insert the name of the kit here. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of it without looking. But it's a discontinued kit now, the one she's working on. She got it right before it went discontinued. So I remember she got it. And then a few days later, I went to look for it, and it was discontinued. So she got it right in the nick of time. It's been a minute since I've done a WIP and chat with you guys. The weather has been so warm here. I have not been able to sit down with the air conditioner off long enough to film something, but it's starting to cool down, so I decided to do a WIP and chat. Since I've spoken to you guys last, my friend Lori and I got together and went to a show in our local area. That was fun. She knows some of the people who are performing. Actually, she knew a lot of the people who were performing. A lot of the people who went up, she told me who they were and all that stuff. So it was a good time. I love getting out and going to that type of stuff, and we don't see each other all the time. We talk every day, but we don't see each other all the time, so it's always fun when we can get together. My nieces had their theater camp performance last weekend, and my youngest niece, so it was to Treasure Island. Their theater camp show was Treasure Island. And my youngest niece was a parrot. And she stole the show. The parrot was the comedic relief, and they casted very well with that one. Everyone laughed. She stole the show. My older niece was a ruffian, I think is what they were called, a ruffian. They were wannabe pirates. The ruffians were a group that were performing as wannabe pirates. They wanted Long John Silver to teach them how to be pirates. And at first, she wasn't happy because she didn't have a solo part. She was in a group. But then she realized her group was on stage pretty much the whole time. And then she was happy being a ruffian. And we went out to eat after at a local pizzeria place. And the girls we let the girls choose where they wanted to go, and they chose a local pizzeria place. I ordered for my dad and I. We shared nachos and a breakfast pizza. And it was really good. I love the nachos there. I knew that the nachos would be good. I love the nachos there. My brother helped eat some of the nachos, and actually my nieces did too. They just picked the ones that didn't have anything spicy on them. And my dad loves breakfast pizza, and he loved the breakfast pizza there because it's loaded with all kinds of things. So it was a good time. I went to a local florist to pick out some bouquets for them, and pretty much they were identical because my nieces really need things that are similar so they don't argue over someone having one that's better than the other. So they were pretty much identical. The only thing that was different between the two is the center flower. One had a more wine color and the other one had a more like true purple color. And I didn't let them pick. I just handed one bouquet to one girl and the other bouquet to the other, and there was no fighting. So they were happy. Just, you know, didn't point out the differences, and so they didn't have anything to argue about. And their mother also got them a bouquet as well from another local florist. So, another local florist shop. So, I think just the idea of getting 2 bouquets and the excitement of the day, they didn't have time to notice what the other one got. So it worked out. I love my nieces, but they will pick out the differences in things and decide that they like what the other one got better. Or they will decide someone got something that's better than what the other one got. And one girl will be upset. And that was a good day, so we didn't want anyone to get upset. So as same as possible is always best. And the florist I went to understood that. She was very understanding of that concept. So she has kids. So I met my friend this past week for dinner, and I gave her the kits that I had ordered for her while we were there. And she had told me I could open them and do an unboxing on the channel, but I felt like I was unwrapping somebody else's Christmas present. And I couldn't open up those boxes. Like, they were her boxes, you know. So she opened them while we were there and went through them. She ordered one of the most recent, I believe, Batman kit, the one with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I cannot think of the name to save my life right now. Something pear, I think. But anyways, she got that one, and it's a good size, like snack size kit. It's a good size kit for her to work on next because the one she's working on right now is so large. She has found out she really likes squares more than rounds, and that's a square kit. So I told her, that's good to know. I know Diamond Art Club, you don't get to choose. They choose for you. But I told her other companies, you can choose the size kit, the shape drill. So it's good to know that what you prefer, so you know what to pick if you go shopping. Her birthday is like 9 days after my niece's birthday. And that's next month. They both have a birthday next month. One of them's a Virgo, just before the change from Virgo to Libra, and the other one's a Libra. So I don't know why I find those things interesting, but I do. Maybe it's because in my family, my grandmother, my mom, and I all have the same birthday month, but they're both Aries and I'm a Taurus. I remember probably I was 10 before I realized I wasn't an Aries. My mom always told me I was an Aries because she was an Aries and we were born in the same month. So I think she just always assumed that everyone born in April were an Aries. And then, so anyways, I do find that interesting. But, so I'm starting to think about birthday shopping for them. And I have discovered it is very easy for me to shop for my friend. The challenge for me is to stop. Fortunately, Christmas is around the corner from their birthdays, which is so weird to think. But really, after September, there's just October and November before Christmas comes. So not to like scare everybody. But my brain thinks in the sense of, you know, if I bought too much, I can just I can save it for Christmas. That's the way my brain thinks. So, and I am also a plan early for Christmas girly too. Although I haven't started Christmas shopping yet. I usually do by now. My dad and my grandfather are both October. So I do have quite a few birthdays to shop for before we get to Christmas. And now I'll stop talking about Christmas shopping. I bought my grandmother a pair of sneakers because she wanted a smaller size and they were too small. So I'm going to return those later today for her and then try and order her a different pair. I'm going to try and order her some white, because she wants white ones. And she has to have sneakers that go around her ankle, like a high top style sneaker. And so I'm going to try and order her a pair from the men's department. See if those fit better, a wider pair. But we'll figure it out. We'll get her a pair of white sneakers. She really wants white ones. She's got a pair of black ones. When her feet were swollen, they fit her fine, but she's been on a Lasix, so her feet have gone down in size. Like, they're not as swollen as they were. So the current ones that she has are a little bit big on her, so she does really need a smaller size, but it's finding a smaller size that's still wide enough for her to get into easily, because she doesn't have the strength to push. I am also going to go to a local flower shop today. My mom wants to join me. My niece has been asking for a small plant in her bedroom, and I bought the cutest little flower pot for her. While I'm editing, hopefully I think to add a picture in here. I showed the picture to her mom, and her mom absolutely loved it and said she would love that in her room. It's a great size for on a desk. And I'm going to buy a succulent plant to put in it because they're very low maintenance plants. I did tell her mom that it's gonna need a place that gets sunlight, and it will need to be watered like once a week to once every other week. And her mom said that that would be perfect. My niece is gonna be 10, and she is a very responsible child, so this is a good starter plant for her. And her mom is very excited at the idea of her getting one, where she's been wanting one for a while. That drill had a little nubby on it. I have to say, overall, the drill quality is really good. Every once in a while you may get a drill with a little nub on it, or that's concave. They are resin drills, so to some degree that's very normal. You get trash pretty much everywhere, but overall I'm not getting a whole lot of it, so I am very happy with the quality of the drills. This is my first experience with Captured by Radiance, and overall I'm very happy with it. So I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, shopping for succulents for my niece. So I'm excited about that, to pick one out for her. I'm hoping to find one that she'll like. But she loves to read. She's a kid that will seek out quiet time and reading time. So she's a kid that's always got a book with her for reading. So I thought that flower pot where it's reading, I thought that was cute, and it's the color of her bedroom as well. So yeah, I'm excited because I know it's something she'll like. But I might go looking for myself while I'm there. I like succulents myself. That one's got a little, no. Just because they're kind of on the low maintenance side of things. I do like them myself. I haven't bought any fancy ones or anything like that. But all right. On my end, I had a little break my brother called and invited me to go disc golfing with him and his family, and my dad joined. So I just went and did that. And now I'm back to finish with you guys. I believe I was talking about getting succulents for my niece for her birthday. And I was able to do that this afternoon, and I'll show you a picture of the one that I picked out for her. I thought that she would like that one. It's on my little windowsill of succulents over there. I am going to put a shelf in front of that window for plants. I've really started to like succulents. They're a plant I can keep alive relatively easily. I'll be the first one to admit. Animals give me no trouble. Plants, on the other hand, I love them, but I don't do good with them, or they don't do good with me, one or the other. My older niece was at a friend's house last night, so she wasn't with us for the disc golf, but the younger one was, and she asked if she could come over tonight for a sleepover. So it's her turn too, and after her sister had a sleepover, which her sister did, it's her turn, and it hasn't happened yet. So as long as it was all right with her mom, and her mom said that it was, so that's gonna be tonight. My dad has off, so he wants to join us for dinner, and I'm all right with that. I like to have my nieces over for sleepovers and give them some one-on-one time, because they both really like the one-on-one time and stuff. So too many. Loaded a little too many onto my pen. I'm not sure where she's gonna pick, but my brother told me she's already packed. So she's ready. I told her it's her choice where we eat for dinner. I am not good at disc golf. I have fun, but I'm not good at it. My dad surprised me. My dad was pretty good. I shouldn't say that surprises me, but I guess I wasn't expecting him to be as good as he was. My brother was good. That I was expecting. But I've only ever done disc golf once before, and I do enjoy it. I do have fun. I like playing with people who are chill and relaxed and not overly competitive, because I know I'm not the best. And my family is very much chill and relaxed, and you know, they'll keep score, but they're not gonna hold it against you or anything. My dad was a little competitive with my brother, though. It was hot. It was hot out in the open sun. There were parts of the course that were in shade. But most of it was in the open sun. And we all got really hot and tired. And my niece said she started to get a headache from being too hot. So her mother and I, along with her, decided to leave at hole 9. But my dad, I think, ended up walking back a little behind us, but my brother stayed to do the whole course. So, needless to say, my quiet weekend suddenly has become busy. But that's okay. I'm really tired. My brother called and asked me if I wanted to go somewhere with them this afternoon. And normally I'd be all over it, but where I am still, I'm tired from the disc golf and running some errands, because I did return my grandmother's shoes, and I went out to lunch with my mom, who went, my mom went to the greenhouse with me to buy the succulents, and she went with me to return the shoes for my grandmother, who is her mother. So I really haven't had time to sit down, and I don't know how my brother does it, and his wife. They're always running around. I needed a moment. I needed a moment to rest for a second, because I'm going to have a busy night, but I'm going to have fun. It's going to be a fun night. There. At some point this weekend, I have to groom my dog. I can't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but her grooming appointment happened to be at the same time my family is planning on doing our coastal trip. We like to do a trip to the coast every year to get lobster and go to the beach as a family. And her appointment just happened to be at that same time, so I had to reschedule it, and they're very busy, so it pushed us back to November, and she cannot wait till November, so I'm gonna try and groom her myself. And I'm doing it little by little. I used to groom her. I groomed her myself the first 2 years of her life, and it is a lot of work grooming a poodle, so I don't mind paying somebody to do it. But I do know how to do it myself, so if I have to get it done, I can get it done. I was gonna do that this afternoon. So she's happy. She's happy that it got pushed back. She don't like getting her hair cut. But she also doesn't like being all hairy and hot in the summer, so I know she wants a haircut, even if she doesn't understand she wants a haircut. I didn't purchase anything from Diamond Art Club this week. Nothing pulled at me. When Dark Lilith from Margaret Morales went back in stock last week, I did pick that one up though. And I did pick up a pink gingerbread house for my mother with it to give to my friend who wants to do it for my mother, for my mom. And I gave that to her when I gave her the kits that she purchased, or that I ordered for her, that she paid me for. So she got that one. And I got Dark Lilith. So the only Margaret Morales kit that I would like that I don't have, and I know I will never get it, is from the mystery box. I don't do the mystery boxes from Diamond Art Club because they do not guarantee that you won't get a kit you've already got, and so many of them are kits that I don't have any interest in. I'm kind of particular. I know I have a large stash, but at the same time, I'm sitting here saying I'm kind of particular. I guess I just like to kind of be in control of what I'm getting. And of course, one of them had a Margaret Morales kit in them. And because I mean, even if I got a mystery kit, I doubt I would have gotten the one with the Margaret Morales kit in it, but I doubt I'll ever get that kit, even though it looked like one I would like. But yeah, I've got them all now, other than that one. I've got all the ones from her that have been released from Diamond Art Club that I want. And I've realized that it's okay to not want them all. There's only one. It's Alice and Roses. I have no desire to get that one. It's just not an artwork that I'm not a fan of Alice in Wonderland. So, and I did pick up Down the Rabbit Hole. So I've already got a Margaret Morales Alice in Wonderland kit. For being someone who's not a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland, I don't really need another one. And to be honest, the one that I picked up, Down the Rabbit Hole, is more me than the other one is. So I have a hard time with wanting to collect things. So I had to talk to myself a little bit about the fact that I don't need a kit I don't really want, even though it's by my favorite artist. And I've come to accept that, I guess, or agree with it. I've said it enough times that I've come to agree with it, and I don't want to get Alice and Roses, even though for a little while I did, just because it was a Margaret Morales kit. I don't know what happened with that one. For some reason, the drills did not want to stay on the pen there. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but so anyways, I have accepted that I don't have to collect them all, especially if I don't particularly enjoy that artwork, and I don't have to enjoy all the artwork my favorite artist puts out. So oh, we saw a frog while we were disc golfing. That was an event. Actually, let me get this one. As I'm sure you can imagine, seeing a frog with a 7-year-old was a big deal. And then at one point, her disc landed somewhere and some bugs got on it. And my dad ended up having to run over and shake the bugs off because she was afraid of picking it up because there were bugs. Which is so funny to me because I remember her as a toddler being the one who loved bugs. And I know I've spoken about learned behavior. She was never afraid of them, but I know her mother is very much afraid of bugs. So I think it's kind of like a learned thing to be afraid of bugs. I am not afraid of spiders, but I am afraid of moths. And I know it's an irrational fear that moths aren't gonna hurt me, but I don't like the way that they fly around me and stuff like that. But when I'm with the girls, I try really, really hard not to show a fear because I don't want them to develop a fear of moths because neither of them have it. Because I do know that as children, we learn what to be fearful of. One fear that I have that I can't hide is I do have a fear of falling. And it's kind of an irrational fear, like walking on ice can trigger my fear of falling. It's not a fear of heights, like being high, like being in a high place doesn't trigger it if I feel like I'm safe. My fears of falling. But anyways. I feel like I put that one too high. Nope, I didn't. I counted right, you guys. really wanted to come on here and finish this section with you guys, but it's 90 degrees here at the moment, and I'm starting to feel it with the air conditioner off. So I think after this color, I think this might be my last color that I'm gonna lay down here. But what are you guys working on? Anything fun? Are you finishing up your summer kits and getting ready for fall? Do you work on seasonal kits? Or do you work on whatever you want to work on, whenever you want to work on it? I'm always curious. I love it when you guys tell me what you're working on. I hope whatever you're working on, you're enjoying it. I thank you all for joining me today, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I'm sorry that I filmed this in 2 parts. I hope it was cohesive. I wanted to enjoy the time with my brother and his family, so I had to take a break. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.